Would getting more from LinkedIn be positive for your business? Well, let me share with you several ways to do just that. Stay with me. LinkedIn is now super important, especially if you're in B2B sales, because people are using the platform a lot more than before. It's more social. There's tons more content being shared on the platform. People are spending more time learning on LinkedIn, which means they're spending hours on LinkedIn, whereas they used to spend minutes. I mean, look at these stats. The number of users is up. Just in North America alone, there are 189 million users of LinkedIn. And that number has grown since that statistic was posted, I'm sure. And here's the best part, and what this presentation is all about. They've added some new features. Some of them may have been around for a little bit and you're just not using them yet, and others are really new. So stay with me here for the next several slides while I share with you some key new features you should be aware of and using to get more from your time on LinkedIn. Here's the first one. And this is a pretty fun one. This is adding a voice memo to your profile. So see how the green arrow is pointing to that little speaker with the sound waves coming out of it? Well, you're not going to see this on too many profiles because just a few people are using it. It was designed by LinkedIn to aid people in understanding how to pronounce a name that might not look so easy to pronounce, like my name. So this voice memo helps to do just that, but it's 10 seconds long, and that means that you can also talk about what you do. So for example, mine's going to say, "Hi, it's Michael Neuendorff. Welcome to my LinkedIn profile. I provide training, coaching, and assessments for SMBs." That's it, 10 seconds or less. To add this to your profile, you will edit it on the mobile app. Whether it's iOS or Android that you use, edit your profile on the mobile app and you'll be able to record this 10 seconds or less voice memo. So I recommend that you do it just to make your profile a little more fun, and especially if you have a name like mine that isn't clear on how to pronounce it. This one is a blockbuster. I think it's the best new addition to a profile in years, and I'm so glad that LinkedIn did this. Now, some of you may have already added the featured content to your profile, but you're not maximizing it, and this is why we need to talk about it. Because you can add not just past posts or articles that you've posted on LinkedIn, you can also add documents like PDFs, you can add links to your website, make it content rich and interesting, and keep changing it up as times change. You can have multiple posts here. Now, you're seeing 2.5 in this example, and so that's what you're going to see at a minimum when someone looks at your profile, or I should say at a maximum. At a minimum, they could just see one. And I see a lot of people just adding one post to this section, and that's vastly underutilizing it. So it gets more interesting though, because with the addition of this section, it creates opportunities for you with a long-held feature of LinkedIn profiles, and that is the background image. So you've got this background image real estate behind your photo, and please tell me that you don't have the star chart, which is actually the social graph. But if you have the star chart, you are not using this feature properly. You should have an image in there that helps people to immediately get an understanding of what you do or how you can help. So here's the one that I have on my profile right now. And it says, "Would being more creative help you in your work?" Click on the first post in the featured section below to see my video on 11 ways to be more creative. So I overlaid that text onto a stock photo and then dropped it into that spot. And so I'm connecting my header with the first post in my featured section. See how I did that? This post here is my video on ways to be more creative. And so this is what you can do. Tie together a custom header with the first post in your featured section. For example, imagine if you were hosting a webinar and you wanted people to be aware of it. Promote the webinar in the header image and then have the registration post for the webinar as the first post in your featured section. Or if you were doing a giveaway with a deadline, you would want to do the same thing. right? Anything with a deadline, use the two in combination. Get creative by using these two features of your profile in combination, and you will stand out on LinkedIn. A very small percentage of people are doing this, and I think it's really smart. Here's the next one. Polls. Now, polls have been around for a little while. You might be saying, hey, this isn't brand new. It's not brand new, but it's still underused. I am not seeing many polls in the newsfeed, and I think that's because of two things. One, people aren't sure how to use it. They don't know where to find it. It's a post type. It's a post type that you can find by just digging around a little bit. It's not a photo, it's not a video, but you can find it by looking into more post types. You can add a PDF document to your post and have it scroll like a slideshow. But this is a poll, right? So I recommend that you use polls only if you feel like you have an engaged audience, because I have seen some polls just fall flat where nobody voted. And of course, that's a problem. So be sure that you have an engaged audience, and if you do, use this poll type. Now, you might be wondering, what are the results of this poll? Why do people like LinkedIn, and what do they like most about it? And so I picked 4 answers, and that's the max that you can do. And here are the results. Number 1 answer, staying connected with peers. And I think that makes sense. That is why many people use LinkedIn. Most of my connections don't use LinkedIn to get a job because of the type of people I work with. People that are on the move, moving up in their organizations, heading on up to the C-suite. And I also work with small business owners and people that are in sales. And so oftentimes the people I'm working with, they're doing great and looking to do even better through my support and guidance. Number 2 answer, access to helpful content. Interesting, right? It's almost double the percentage of being able to promote services. So keep that in mind. If you are in B2B sales, you want to provide helpful content more than you want to sell. Remember that giant increase in hours spent on LinkedIn learning? People are coming to LinkedIn to learn. Be part of the solution. All right, let's take a look at something else here. Live video. Live video use on LinkedIn is definitely way up. No doubt about it, because more people are not spending time socializing with people in real life nearly as much as they are virtually. So it makes sense that live video use is up. If you want to use it, you have to apply. It is not enabled on all profiles. And only apply if you really intend to use it. If you do not intend to use it, then don't apply, because they're going to ask you if you're using live video on other platforms like Facebook and YouTube, and what is your intention to do live video on LinkedIn? How often do you imagine you're going to be doing live video? So be real sure before you apply. What I like to do, I have not applied for live video. I like to post videos that have been pre-recorded, but I upload them natively to LinkedIn and I add subtitles. 2 reasons why I do that. 1, I think it benefits me to upload natively to LinkedIn because I think they favor those videos over links to videos on YouTube. 2, subtitles help people to immediately see what your video is about because videos autoplay in the newsfeed with the sound off. So with subtitles, they can immediately see what your video is about, and if they find it compelling, then they'll stay glued to it and watch it. They might just continue to read the subtitles. So I make sure that the subtitles are real clear and mirror what I'm saying just in case they want to watch the whole video with sound off. Even with sound on, people tend to read subtitles because it's just the way mine works. I use this tool called Capwing. You can go to capwing.com and use their freemium model to add subtitles to your videos. I highly recommend doing this. These videos that I've been posting on LinkedIn have been doing pretty well because, again, they're creative, they stand out, and video is much more compelling than a simple photo. Now, if you're an admin of a page like I am, I run the Build and Balance page. I also run the Bay Area Executive Coach page on LinkedIn. Please go and like either one. I would appreciate it. I do actively manage the pages myself, and are regularly posting content, so I would appreciate you liking those pages. But here's the point of this. It's not to promote my page. It is to let you know that as a page admin, you can now get content recommended to you based on some filters that you set. for content that you might share on LinkedIn. You could share it through your page or you could share it through your profile. But LinkedIn gives you the engagement rate of the content. And that's important because if this content is trending and you share it with your network, it will probably do well with your network too. And don't worry that it's already been shared all over on LinkedIn. Chances are your network won't have seen it. And so you'll be fine sharing it with your network. So if you're a page admin, do take advantage of this feature to find good content so that you're not always just sharing your own content, right? People get tired of seeing your content alone. So this is just a little tip for page admins. So that's it for this short video about how to get more from your LinkedIn profile. If you have questions about it, please post them in the comments. If you are watching this on LinkedIn and you would like to email me, just email me at michael@billandbalance.com. Same goes for you if you're watching it on YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, head over there and link. If you're watching it on LinkedIn and you want to see my videos on YouTube, search my name on YouTube and you'll see a lot of videos there to help you with your business. Thank you very much. It's been good being with you here today, and I look forward to sharing more LinkedIn videos with you in the near future.